Hi guys, so in today's video we are going to be talking about money and what it looks like to save money and be smart with money and just budget well, especially when you're young. I truly believe that it is so important to have not only school education but also be educated financially and know how money works and what to do with your money and how to save it. And if you are able to do that when you're young, you're going to have such a head start in your later years, and you are going to be so grateful that you started learning about money and started saving your money. My parents have really always stressed the importance to me about being educated on money, and so I've gotten a lot of tips from them. I also wanted to say I am by no means perfect or even great at this. I feel like I'm pretty educated in it, but it's not like I perfectly implement them into my life. I have phases where I'm doing super well and then other times where I'm not so much. I just want to say that because I'm not like preaching that do what I do, like I'm perfect at this, because I'm not at all. I'm just going to share with you guys some tips that I've learned and that have helped me before. My very first tip is to have a budget. And even if you're somebody that's young and you're not getting that much money in, it's still important to know where your spending is going and how you're using your money. You can make an Excel chart, or you can simply just like write on a piece of paper, for this month I'm going to be spending no more than $50 on food. I'm going to be spending $30 on other things like clothes. Or you can do like, I have to spend $100 on gas this month. It's just important to have everything listed. It's very helpful to know exactly where all your money is going, how you're spending it, and that helps you to be able to put your leftover money in savings. I've never done this or been successful at it, but I've watched my parents do it and they love it. They suggested doing it to me, so I'm going to share with you guys this tip. What they do is they had like a little manila envelope, or just like those like little accordion folders, and they have each category labeled. So you can have like eating out, entertainment, gas, rent, just have everything separated in there, and then they didn't take anything else out of that. Like if they ran out of the fast food money, well, can't have any more fast food for the month. You just have to be able to ration and spend what you gave yourself for that month and don't go over it. And if you're super diligent at that, you're never going to be taking money out of your savings, and so that's constantly going to be growing and you're going to have money growing. Next thing that I'm going to mention is work on building up your credit, or at least educating yourself on credit. It is super important to develop a credit score even at a young age, because it is going to advance you so much in your millennial years you don't even know. You need to have a credit score to be able to take loans out, whether that be for a car or for rent or for a house later. And so if you start building that up when you're young, but you have to be careful about it, because if you mess it up, that's going to really hurt you in the long run. So just if you're young and you have your parents' help, make sure that you are building up your credit score in a healthy and educated way so that you're able to use that later on and you'll just have such a head start. I want to thank Credit Sesame for sponsoring this video. Credit Sesame is a website that is fastly growing and really educating people on how to manage and deal with their credit score. So you're able to use Credit Score to get a free credit score, a free analysis of your credit, and also some tips and education about credit. I love this website because it just allowed me to actually become educated on what credit is and really kind of understand it for myself and realize the importance of it. Besides just hearing it from somebody else, it just was filled with tons of tips that really made me feel educated on what credit is. I love Credit Sesame because it is filled with free financial tips and information that is really hard to get anywhere else, and it's all in one place here. It gives you your free credit score and it fills you with information that you need to know even at a young age. Also, what's cool is as soon as you sign up for Credit Sesame, you get a free ID protection for up to $50,000. And if you don't have a credit card already, that's okay, because you don't need a credit card to be able to utilize Credit Sesame. This website shows your absolute financial potential, and it actually doesn't do anything to your credit score. Like, it's not going to lower it at all, but it's not going to make it higher. It's just going to show you exactly where you're at and give you tips on how to bring it up, but it's not going to bring it up. If you know what I mean, it will educate you on how to. If you would like to check out Credit Sesame and kind of educate yourself more on credit, definitely head over to Credit Sesame, and I'll have the link in the description down below. My next tip is to save. Save. Especially when you live at home and you don't have a lot of expenses, just save it up, because that is what seriously helped me, because when I lived at home, I was just getting revenue in, but I didn't have to pay for rent or food. I only had to pay for gas and my car insurance, which is still a lot, but when I moved out, I had to pay for all my own groceries and rent on top of the car payment, the car insurance, the gas. Yeah, so it was just a lot more. So when you don't have a lot of expenses, definitely make sure that you're putting a lot of the money that you earn into a savings account, or just keeping it aside for yourself for later, because that is going to be so helpful, and you are going to feel so relieved when you have money aside that you can kind of like just dig into when you need it. My last two tips are more about shopping. Shopping anybody, ladies? This tip is don't impulse buy. If you are going to go to the mall, make sure you already have in mind what you want to buy, and kind of think about it and really process and plan it out in your head before, so that you know that you seriously do want it and this is what you want to spend your money on. Don't go to the store with friends and just like let them convince you like, oh, just buy this, buy this, buy this. No, you need to really process and think about what you're going to buy, because if you just go and impulse buy tons of stuff, that adds up so quickly and it's just going to drain your money, and then you end up finding that you don't even really use or wear the stuff that you bought, and so it seriously was just a waste of a lot of money, because it does add up quick. So definitely just process and ponder on what you're going to buy before you actually buy it. And my last tip is to be smart while shopping, and for me that means using coupons and only ever going to the clearance rack. That doesn't sound crazy to me. I know it might to other people, but I can't even fathom like buying anything retail. Can't fathom it. I've grown up never doing that. Like, I just head straight to the back of the store, like, where's the clearance? Where's the sale? I just get so much more satisfaction for buying like 5 shirts for $10 instead of 1 shirt for $50. Like, I'd rather have 5. Who else wouldn't? Like, I don't get it. There's also so many coupons that you're able to find, and most stores have them. Just make sure you sign up for like email promotions and check online. Like, I use websites like Retail Me Not or Honey, different places like that, and I just get tons of coupons before I make like any purchase. I want to make sure I'm getting the best deal possible. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you learned anything from this, or kind of like what your tips are for financial success. And yeah, definitely check out Credit Sesame. Like I said, it will be in the description down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Why did I have this on the whole freaking time?